in, during teaching. It's a very important aspect, Ruhaanika. And not only you, I feel many students want that engagement. They feel closer to the mentor. They feel the mentor cares. Am I right?
Right.
Okay, let's talk about your own strengths. What are your strengths?
I would say I'm very punctual, and I would also say that I'm disciplined. I need my assignments to be submitted on time. I need my work to be done.
That I know for sure. I've interacted with you and you are supremely punctual. I've learned how diligent you are with what you put in your mouth, what you do with your time. Outstanding, very inspiring. All right. Now, Ruhaanika, as a student, have you ever faced peer pressure? Have you faced not only peer pressure, maybe envy, criticism, just because you're a very popular figure?
Yes, I have. In fact, a lot of people think because I'm a child actor, all I'm doing is acting. I'm not studying, I'm not paying attention to my academics, which is wrong. It's vice versa. I've lost on to a lot of opportunities because I want to get that grade, because I want to get a degree and then move on with acting.
Okay, sure. And so then, but how do you deal with this kind of, pressure or envy? How do you deal with it?
Dealing with pressure, I think if you have to go at your own pace. You don't have to care about what others think. You have to listen from one ear. Even if you are being bullied, you have to learn how to not care. They'll go off. They'll know that, okay, this person isn't listening. They'll stop eventually.
They do eventually, right? So all the kids who are listening right now, they need to understand that they just need to keep going. Am I right? And not get bogged down by bullies, because bullies themselves are so insecure themselves. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. As a child artist, Ruhaanika, are you comfortable with performing the required job tasks at work? You're comfortable? They ask you to do,
Yes,
read.
I'm very comfortable. I think if I have any doubts, I must say I will go ahead and ask 100 questions. I have no problem with that.
And they are willing to answer everything.
Yes.
Do you think the same can be applied and should be applied at school also? You should be, as a student, allowed to ask innumerable questions till you are not satisfied.
Yes, I think that should be the case with everyone. I mean, that's what you are. The more questions you ask, the more you learn, the more information you get.
Tell me something, what would you do if you had to complete a task you are unfamiliar with? What advice do you have for students your age to tackle something completely unfamiliar? Let's say you have an unseen comprehension which is very difficult at school. What do you do?
It's okay, I wouldn't panic. However, I am very panicky. I would ask my mentor, I would ask my teacher, my tutor, in fact, my parents too, for help in any sort of way. Learn ways to overcome that problem. Practice more of that comprehension, whatever it is. Not be afraid of asking questions, thinking that, oh, what will others think of me?
That is, I think, your strength. I think you're not worried of being judged. You don't care. You don't look at what the other person is going to think at all. I think that's a major strength that you have. Congratulations. Because let me tell you, it's a very rare quality. All the time children are being worried about being judged, about being you know, spoken about later in a very derogatory fashion. And you've just accomplished that. I don't know if you've overcome that or you were always like this. Tell me.
I have overcome that. In fact, I think through grades 5 and 6, I faced a lot of bullying. I felt like I just wanted to be in a shell. So it takes gradually, it will take time. I've changed a lot over the years and I've learned a lot more.
And family matters.
Yes.
Yeah. I love the children. While we're here, just take 30 seconds to say to every child who's listening, family is everything. No matter, sometimes their parents don't know how to speak well, they don't know how to dress well. That's what they think, that they don't know. But if you're going to be embarrassed about with your family members, that's going to put you down, bring you down completely, because family strength is understated. Ruhaanika, can you describe a time when you contributed to a team to complete an assignment at school? Tell me if there was something special which only you could share, and you knew that if I wouldn't be part of this team, this assignment wouldn't have.
I think all of this was done before COVID, before the lockdown. I really love doing tasks with friends, especially getting together, brainstorming together, coming to a conclusion, learning from other people's ideas, their point of views, getting together, and then I know that if everybody puts their heads together, the outcome has to be beautiful.
So it is everyone's cooperation and inputs.
Yes, that is teamwork.
Okay, sure. I love that. Okay, so then would you say that as an artist or someone who has immense exposure uh, doesn't have advantages over the others, or you do, and then you just want to underplay it?
In fact, I have never gotten any advantages. A lot of people think I'd be treated different at school, but I'm glad, and my mother's very glad, that my schools, my teachers, my classes, everybody treats me the same. I'm just an ordinary kid in school. However, people do recognize me when I'm traveling or I'm outside or at the mall, and I must say that it is a beautiful feeling. It makes you feel special.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Okay, children who don't have that much experience, how could they get the same in any other way? How could they get that kind of exposure, Ruhaanika? Any suggestions? I'm asking for suggestions.
How can they get that kind of exposure? I think in fact, if you're talking about school, even a school play, give your best, give your 100%, and people will remember that, okay, if she did, if she wasn't giving her 100%, people will know. But if you've given your best, it will shine, and people will know you for that. People will remember.
People will remember. Give it your best. Can you describe an ideal learning environment? Even if this question sounds a little repetitive because we did tackle it in the first 5 minutes, but the ideal learning environment at home, at school.
I think at home, a calm, peaceful area, um, an organized area, because I can't focus in a place that isn't organized, and a place where you have all the essentials that you need is the most perfect study space.
All the essentials, like
All-
all your stationery and your books, no running around here and there. And at school, Ruhaanika?
And at school, I think I do the same. I need all my essentials in less quantities and a calm area, although it can be messy, but that's the school environment, and I think it's perfect just the way it is.
And move away from someone who is a little bit challenging and someone who's distracting you. Move away from them.
Yes. I think if I'm sitting with someone on a table who's chatty, who's distractive, I won't be able to pay attention on what the teacher is teaching. I think that is one plus point of online school.
Yes, yes, I agree with you. There are several positive aspects of online learning, and this is definitely one of them, where you can do what you want and not get bothered. Um, Ruhaanika, speak for yourself and your friends. You must be knowing so many children who have certain weaknesses which they they want to overcome. They wish to overcome through learning and a good mentor. How, I mean, how can they overcome certain things with learning?
I think if you have any doubts in a topic, a good mentor is important. A person guiding you through your good and your bad is what is the most important.
Then
And
Ruhan,
asking
Ruhan,
questions,
okay,
going ahead and practicing each day will make it perfect eventually.
okay, Ruhanika, but then I want to add and I want to ask you, let's say if the mentors at school are not doing enough, is it okay to take extra help and extra tuition?
It is completely fine to take extra help and extra tuition. I think most of us children go to academies, go to tutors for help, and it is proven helpful.
It's proven helpful. It's worth the time you spend,
Worth
that
the time.
extra time and the extra effort and the money. Okay, while we are here, how do you manage your priorities and meet your deadlines? I think you have already said that you're extremely diligent and right, you're very punctual. So I doubt that you're, you know, um, towards the end of the day, just closer to the deadline. I don't see you struggling.
In fact, I have this thing. If I complete my tasks on time, I'm free the rest of the day. I look at the good in that rather than procrastinating and doing it later on. And managing school and shoot. When I was filming for my show, I would go to shoot only Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Fridays in the evenings, rest of the days I used to attend school and my extra co-curricular activities, of course.
Hmm. So you eat the frog.
Yeah.
I like that. How much of an impact an ideal coach can have on the learning process? Have I had an impact on you in any way? I wanted to ask you. And do you wish to change anything about me as your mentor?
I would say I don't want to change anything about you because of you, I have started to write better, use better vocabs, frame sentences in a much more advanced manner, I would say, and I see a major difference in my English.
I'm glad. So glad to have you. Okay, how can English be made more fun?
I think after the end of a topic or a chapter, have a fun quiz. Children love competing. I do at least.
Children love to compete. It's good for me to know. A good quiz. All right. Where do you see students your age, Ruhaanika, in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I see my friends all far off in universities, juggling assignments in work, and living the university life. I'm looking forward to that.
You are looking to just the fun aspect, also the learning aspect of university life.
I think both. I want to know how things are done abroad. I want to know how it feels like being independent.
You have any particular uh, uh, sector or field where you want to explore?
I do wish to study drama in Lee Strasbourg. They have two schools, I think, one in New York and one in LA. And it's one of my dream schools. I really want to go there.
New York,
New York.
New York City.
Yes.
That's the place to be, Ruhaanika. Okay. Let me. Does academic training, Ruhaanika, prepare children for real life and a career? Do you think your schools and your universities are preparing you for the real world?
I would say, of course, they are helping us. Studying is helping us, beneficial in all ways. It benefits us. But you need to have a counselor and a mentor in place to get you through the right path, to go to the right universities, and then move on, the right degrees, choosing the right course. all of that
So
is
a
very
counselor is crucial to have a decent
yeah,
counselor.
crucial.
So do you think the schools should invest in a very uh, equipped counselor?
Yes, I think they should, because there are a lot of children, still struggling. They don't really know much about counselors. In fact, I personally, till last year, didn't know that, oh, you will have to go and get guidance from a counselor too.
Mm.
I think we
I
should be well informed about that.
Yeah, I think the schools really, really need to look into this because, most children that I know of are, they have counselors at school but end up spending lakhs of rupees with another counselor, and that's just a waste of time and money. Had
Yes.
the schools employed those counselors, children would be in a better space. Do you have any questions for teachers, Ruhaanika?
I don't. In fact, in every class, I'd go ahead and ask them questions.
Any personal questions for them?
Not really. I think I do engage in a lot of conversations with my teachers outside academics too. So I don't really have any questions for them.
No questions. Okay. And how? Okay, Veronica, tell me, we're coming towards the end of this before we do a quick rapid fire. All this that you've learned, okay, your life, your little time in your life that you've had so much experience, then came the pandemic, and all your experience, how will you apply to your future life?
My future job? Okay.
Life. I can say anything.
I think I would love to stay as punctual, stay as disciplined like I am in the future. And I think that is one key that I have. However, I want to become more outspoken and more confident. I think those are the four skills that are going to help me.
Outstanding. Brilliant. Do you like to work on weekends?
Well, no. But if I'm given a work, I will sulk and do it.
You will sulk and do it. Don't let them know you're sulking though. What kinds of people do you work best with and why?
What kind of people? A lot of people say working under pressure is difficult. However, I work best under pressure. If you don't put me under pressure, I will take things very lightly.
Okay, great. And do you get frustrated with people who are lax in their work? It's frustrating, right? Because you're prepared, and they are like nowhere close to that.
No, I wouldn't really get frustrated with them.
No, it's cool. Everyone can do their own thing, and I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
Someone's just written you're the best, and I agree with that.
Thank
Ready
you.
for the rapid fire, Ruhaanika?
I'm ready.
All right, let's make this fun. Just 10 questions, okay? Ruhaanika as an artist or a student?
As an artist.
English at school or English with moonlight?
English with moonlight.
Real life or telelife?
Real life.
Teachers being kind or teachers being strict?
Teachers being kind.
Read a book or audiobooks?
Read a book.
Starting early in life or catching up later?
Starting early.
Ruhaanika as a math student or an English student?
I think Ruhaanika is an English student.
Way to go. English poetry or English prose?
English prose.
While we are here, I'll just take a moment. Which is your most favorite book you've read in how many ever years you think?
Up till now, I think the most beautiful book I've read till now would be, that's a tough one, Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. I really liked it. It was real, and it was so relatable, everything is the same. Her life is the same every day.
I love you for your maturity. I just love you for your maturity. Busy life or relaxed life?
A relaxed life.
Dancing or singing?
Singing.
Okay. Last question for you, Ruhaanika. Quick tip for students to learn English.
I'm going to pass on your tip. You had told me around March, I remember, read more. It'll work wonders. It has worked wonders, and I would like to pass it on. Read more. It'll improve your English and how.
And read just about anything, right?
Anything.
That comes. I mean, I initially would say read signboards, read what's there in advertisements, read anything, just read, right?
Yes.
Ruhaanika, we have come to an end of this just outstanding, clean, brisk session. Let me tell you, this is also my first live. Like, I am doing a live with someone. I have invited someone.
Oh.
Yes, and I had never thought I'll do this, but when I got to know you as a student, and I thought so many children, as my own students, would learn the diligence, the commitment that you have. I thought of, speaking with you so that the world can know what an early teen can do. The way you have accomplished and, like, you've ruled life, Ruhaanika. And I'm not saying this is from my heart. I've been observing you.
Thank you so much.
You rock it. You rock it. You deserve every success that you wish for yourself. And you have my best wishes, my love, lots of love.
Means a lot to me. Thank you. I had tons of fun.
Thank you.
Thank
See ya.
you. See you. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.